Hey everyone, welcome to Granblue Radio. This is episode 203. Uh, God, I've been in court for a week and a half. Like, my brain is melting. What do we
Well,
do on Granblue Radio? We talk about what's going to happen in Granblue Fantasy, and, and what's just happened.
at
So what's just happened, DJ? Help me, help me. What's
earlier this week. How do you pronounce that event name again?
Paliuli Pararaiha?
That one.
So one of the words is Hawaiian, one of the words is Maori. Um, if you go through this event and all of its chapter names, they are in a mix of um, Hawaiian and Maori. They're just Polynesian languages.
Okay.
And if you actually know what they mean, they tell you exactly what's going on. Like Hohanga, if I remember right, means peacemaker. It's like,
All right.
oh. And this one here is Haramai Kahua, which is like greetings from Kahua or something like that. If you're Maori, if I want to say.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. So when they say Haramai, that's their way of saying hello essentially. And the practice of touching noses is a hongi. So it's pretty interesting that they made it very, very official that Nemone and um, Melleau and their sister Lulu are very directly based off of Polynesian culture. That wasn't really that clear before, unless you just looked at the fact that like Nemone had flowers on her head. It's like that's a little thin.
So we'll on thick.
Let's lay it on real thick with Melleau here, and the fact that Feluca, who is in charge, has the tattoos of authority on her, etc., etc. So pretty interesting. This is one of the takes that Granblue Fantasy has had on another culture's like entertainment and stories. Um, like it's this one, and it is Dancing Avengers, sort of them trying out a window into another culture, like non-Japanese, but also non like fantasy European, right?
Hmm.
So how do you think it? How did you like it?
I actually kind of like the event. I really liked Nemone a lot before this. She just she was still literally my favorite character of this event because all of her outbreaks and stuff.
I love Nemone, and I've always loved Nemone. So I agree. Like, old story that predates your time on Granblue Radio, but when back in the day when they were about to reveal Summer Zoe, all they showed was a foot. They were just like, "Here's a foot. It's a little brownish," and I'm like, "Nemone, it's happening. It's Summer Nemone."
Did they also show a dragon in that preview too?
I just remember
Like
the
a
foot.
dragon wing?
It's Nemone with a dragon.
And my favorite was still Kaz. The
God.
Kaz memes are always so good for me.
Yeah. So I actually still have this voice line bookmarked. Actually, I'm just gonna play it. God, I love that. I love that one. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, it was a very Nemone event. Like even more than Lulu and Malou because they did so much less of the talking than Nemone did. So if you love Nemone, you love this event. Um,
I thought the story was alright.
yeah, the story wasn't necessarily a great one. Um, the thing there were things that we were questioning after this. Let's see, where's Grandma? Is Grandma in any of
Yo,
these
Buff
lines?
Granny.
Buff. They actually call her Buff Grandma. Thanks, Vern. Nope, they don't have it. But yeah, Makakyu, like it's one of those things where, unlike the Reset and I wanted to call her Melou, Mireille event, unlike that event
You saw the
where you
consequences of
saw
what
the
happened
consequences of
afterwards.
yeah, exactly. In this one, you don't see any consequences really, and it feels weird because
You
no
know,
one.
there's this beast over here dying right now. Come on, man.
It's not dying. It's just gotten its knees broke. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
It's just like we don't see where that goes, and it's
we
unfortunate.
hand wave that.
It's very hand waved because it's the way that their structure in these stories is with the chapters where you just like you go straight from a boss fight to the ending, and so they have to sort of pack a lot of stuff into that ending and try and pace it so that you see enough without getting bored. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
anyway, that's that's my criticism of the event. Otherwise, I gave it a Nemone out of Nemone, which
We're
is
still
one of
on
my
them,
highest
nice.
marks, honestly.
Uh, I was actually surprised though that they gave us an SSR ticket
So, did you see the explanation of exactly why that was?
because there's no event character and there's no event skin.
That's correct. This is one of the first times that's happened. Paliuli Pararaiha, there it is. And yeah, so we get a summon. It's the primal the Kuhuataika or whatever it's called. I can't remember it anymore. Um,
Some is decent, by the way.
Summon's pretty decent. Uh, there's uh, there it is. So this draw ticket has been added to the token draw in place of an event character or outfit. And did you draw from it yet?
I haven't even drawn my boxes yet.
Okay, so I got Marius out of it, so I'm relatively happy. But it's still one of those things that's weird. It's weird to me that they did that. It's not weird because it's um sorry, Nemone was happy. I mean, I got distracted. It's just weird to me because it's the first time this has ever happened, and
Correct.
it doesn't say whether or not this will ever happen again. And so they've now established a new precedent where if there is no SR character, if there's no um, skin, they're just gonna give us just a free thing. Oh, HRZA blank in chat saying that ticket gave me a Durandal. Condolences.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens in future events. If once a coincidence, twice is something. Three's a pattern.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, anything else to say about Paluli Paraiha before we move on?
Do you want to talk about the uncap they gave us?
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the uncap for Melleau. So, let's go talk about. We talked about why they were giving this to her. She's pretty out of date, and she's a common character because people who are just coming into the game now have a 5 out of 6 chance to get a 5-star uncappable SSR in their first roll with their beginner SSR.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's go through the changes. So, um, number one, they gave her the CA that has her cast Impellitteri. So instead, they updated her so that she at base now on CA triple attacks the next turn. After 5-star, she goes to triple attacking twice after that, which is pretty significant because she goes from 0 to 74 in those 2 turns for meter.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes it really easy to get that last, 26 meter, or even less if she's, further down the line in your party order, in your chain burst order, to just do it again. So she now has a very similar attack pattern to certain characters like Eada, who last I heard is really good at attacking,
And an Earth.
and an Earth. So, he CAs and then he triple attacks for 2 turns. Admittedly, he gains like 148 meter in those turns, as opposed to the previous amount mentioned. It's actually more because of his passive, his EMP skill, if you take that. But anyway, the point is, you know, it's not a bad place to be.
Nope.
Um, should we talk about the other rebalances before we talk about other stuff, or should we just keep going down the line?
Let's keep going down the line.
All right, so next up we have her raging flow that updated. So um, I'm it's fuzzy in my head which one was just plain an update and which one is a 5-star upgrade. So which one's which for raging flow, DJ?
We actually went through the update last time because we did it on Friday.
Right. So which one is the? So it's now
It goes from 30% unique attack
okay.
to 50% unique attack.
Okay.
Also gives you with this upgrade at level 100, it gives you 80% chance to 20% crit, keen, and also refresh. And this lasts for 5 turns now instead of 3 turns.
And that's important because the duration, like the cooldown's 5 turns in general, and so it's just always up as long as you don't get your cooldowns delayed
Yeah.
or paralyzed or whatever. But you know what? She can't get paralyzed because she's just immune to debuffs. So you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So the next thing, engraved counter doesn't change.
Nope.
Impellitteri does change
So
at level 95.
So at level 95, it gets a 20% chaser for 2 turns as well. And also drains for about 1,000 HP
Welcome to
for
Earth.
those two
Here's
turns
your
as well.
chaser and your triple attack.
Please note that when she CA, her recovery cap is boosted by 1,000, so it should be around 2,000 if she CAs for the 1 turn.
The amount that she drains for.
Yeah,
Pretty nice. All right. And then the other thing is the here have my strength passive here, which is chaser to anybody who is spear axe when they triple attack and their earth. So let's dig into this a little bit more. So spear axe is something that has not been supported as a combo previous to this. Before it's been axe fist and spear katana. So this is the first cross pollination of that kind, other than Melleau and Nemone. So when you look at those characters, all right. So Threo now can guarantee triple attacks. It's a pretty
correct.
good one. Halicena eventually guarantees triple attacks. Is that? I don't know if that's correct anymore.
Let
She
me
just
check.
triple attacks a lot, like a lot, a lot.
Yeah, it's just a lot. It's not a guaranteed triple attack.
Okay, so it is plus. Doesn't say, does it? Let's see. Multi attack. It's 20% triple attack when she has downright crazy and max divine death saw of death. God, I can't stop loving saying that. And then when she hits her button, she gets another 30%. So that's like 50% triple attack up. That's a lot, but it's not guaranteed. So
It's gonna
Melleau,
happen more often than not.
yeah, Melleau guarantees triple attacks. Razia does not. Um, let's see here. Vazaraga on his own does not. Nemone does not.
What about Vosrog and Zeta? Because I don't have that character.
They do guarantee triple attacks if
All
they're
right
in
then.
Zeta mode. So, um, I might be missing an axe or spear character or two in Earth, but like this selection,
Leona.
Leona, yeah, Leona's really good at it. She's really good. She's really good at general.
Oh, Bale's axe.
Bale is axe. But yeah, so that's a really good passive when you have the team built around it.
Just a little bit of extra damage. Nothing can hurt, right?
Hmm. And then yeah, the part where she's immune to debuffs and her buffs can't be removed when she has max triple attacks. This character's mega solid. Like mega solid. She can tank a little bit. She has a lot of defense. She can't get debuffed. She provides a little bit of extra oomph to the rest of your team. Like she has a very well-rounded kit. She can heal herself only. She can't heal anybody else.
I mean,
But
she's a prodigy, but she can only help herself.
yeah, so pretty happy with this where this one ended up, and with the rebalances that help new players who were going to be coming in and who get Melleau. Unembarrassing character. We did it. Oh God, sorry. Wasteland fragments. I hate this. Wait, there's a solution. Got it. Nailed it. Sorry. What were we talking about again?
I'll talk about Mello.
Is there anything else to say?
Really?
All right, let's move on. What do you want to talk about next?
What was next on our agenda? Oh yeah, new characters came out.
All
Merry
right,
Christmas, everybody! It's not Christmas yet.
it's almost Christmas. You know what that means?
That is not Christmas.
Thanks, Mr. Wright. All right, so I need to dig through the included items real quick in order to find the new characters. So we got one in fire uh, for Holiday Nemone, something that I've been waiting for many years. I'm so happy.
About four.
Maybe. So I
I mean,
don't
she came
have
out
this.
2016.
Yeah, I don't have this character yet, but we're getting free rolls soon enough, so I'll wait. All right, so let's run through this kit real fast. So she's built around Nemo power. So just like Nemone, she builds up Nemone power if she doesn't take damage. And when she hits 5, she presses Roselle Wreath here, which gives her unchallenged and wait, no, sorry. It's
No.
random when it's it's random. Let me go through the list again. So it's on the blog. I have to get so there's four different effects for this.
There are four effects.
So one is a 1500 heal plus clarity.
Correct.
One is the uh mirror image to team.
One hit, yes.
One is a barrier or shield. How much is that for?
2000.
3,000?
Two.
2,000. I'm not excited about that one. Or 15% meter.
I mean, that's always good.
That's
Just
always
free
good.
meter.
Yeah. Um, sorry. Just the way that they wrote her skills just always kills me. Freaking, I'm the president. I boost all allies healing cap. It's me, Nemone.
It boosted by 200.
Uh, I mean that's Catalina's amount.
Yeah.
It's a good one. When you have like little heals over time, Yggdrasil will up that. Yggdrasil will provide that as the summon. Um, anyway, all right. So then we've got her Gaiadora, her CA. She buffs people based on her Nemo power. So what are the buffs, DJ? Do you know? Do you have them in front of you?
All right. So if there's zero no power, it's all this on normal mod by the way for attack.
Unfortunate,
You
but
get 25.
understandable.
Yeah, you get 25% attack, 25% defense, 25% DA, and 10% TA. And the way it scales is that attack, defense, and DA will scale by 5% for each stack, and TA scales by 2% each stack. So it goes up to 50%, 50%, 50%, and 20%.
It's pretty good. And so the thing is that so you want to keep her Nemo power as high as possible, right? So you
How
don't
do I
want
do that?
so she does when she doesn't take damage, she gets Nemo power. How do you keep her from getting hit? Because fire used to be where everybody just wanted to get hit. Remember when half of the element was hostility up?
Yeah.
Hey, look. uh, this is one of my favorite types of abilities in the game. I call it the he did it.
My life is in your hands.
While it affects, your MC substitutes for Nemone. It is the reverse of what Catalina and the Black Knight and Sora's do. She unsubs. Please don't unsub to this channel. I would like you to like, sub, and subscribe. Like, sub, and follow, please. Please. In some order. But anyway, you have no choice in the matter. You're now subbing for Nemone. However, in exchange, you get a wind armored effect, essentially. Which is how many percent?
30% wind reduction, damage reduced, and everything is to convert it to wind unless it's plain damage.
That's pretty good. It's really good.
It doesn't take one for all full effects though, right?
It does not. Uh,
Yes, that's the only way nobody's gonna get hit.
and even then, she's only going to get hit if she gets hit 3 times.
Yep, because hold the line.
Love isn't always on time. So, it's 2 hits of unchallenged, and then she still has to get hit a third time to lose any Nemo power whatsoever. This is wild. Um,
It's pretty good.
and then when she has Nemo power at the end of the turn, she does a 6-hit nuke when she's at max Nemo power. So she's basically stamina Kolulu, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'd word it like that.
Like she's opposite Kolulu because she wants to be protected, and in exchange for being protected and being at, doesn't necessarily mean high health, but unchanged health, then she throws out this gigantic nuke. Because let's see, so 6 hits. Let's ignore the Belial calculations right now. We do that all the time, but 6 hits is good. We've said that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What's the cap on each hit? It's 200.
200K.
That's 1.2 million without any modifiers. I like it. Let's go, Nemone. Please come home. Please come home.
I'm actually kind of concerned why they gave her a hostility down node when skill 1 exists. But
Sometimes the MC's dead.
I guess.
Sometimes your MC swaps out.
Like, you can't swap out MC most of the time.
Does she lose Nemo power when she gets hit, or does she just not gain any?
Just hold on, let me read.
I believe she just doesn't. Let's see. She just doesn't gain any. She doesn't lose it does at all, does she?
She doesn't. She will not activate though if she gets hit.
She doesn't activate it. Okay, yeah. So she doesn't lose them. She loses the activation for the turn. That is an important clarification. She doesn't build back up. She just does it again.
Thanks, Nemo Santa.
Oh my goodness, what a character! I love it. I want it. I so I missed one thing when we were talking about this. By the
All
way,
right.
that's Gandagoza. So Fire Axe isn't really a thing,
No.
but Fire Spear, she's like Mega Athena. It's great for purely the purpose of throwing out a nuke at the end of the turn. Like she's also opposite Athena. If you don't, because the main problem with Athena is that when you're playing on easier content, where Athena isn't getting hit all the time, then Athena will not throw out the giant nuke, and a bunch of her abilities don't do anything
I
because you're
thought
not in danger.
I thought Athena's was if she gets targeted, not necessarily hit.
Right, but sometimes she just doesn't get targeted either. Like the easiest ways to turn on Athena's end of turn nuke, build up her whatever it's called, goddess power, is AoE autos and multi-hit autos. And this is the opposite of what Nemone wants.
True.
So you get an offensive option for Fire Spear. You go like Zeta, Nemone, and I don't know, somebody else. Put somebody on there. You certainly don't. If you don't need Athena, you can put pretty much whoever you want in there.
Landvane it is.
Sure. I love Landvane. They're my boys.
They're so good.
I solo team at Malice with these boys. And yeah, the hostility up on them helps balance out the fact that your MC is going to be taking all the hits. Not all the hits, but
Most of it.
more than the MC's share of hits. I love Nemone. Please come home. All right, next up. Are you ready to move on?
Yeah, let's talk about Mirin.
I'm going to cede the floor to you because you are our resident expert on Mirin.
Am I? I usually just put her 200-meter and call it a day. But
That
anyways.
that counts as expert level Mirin play though. Like that's what you do.
Anyway,
Let's
so
get
they're
Gozaruing.
and bonking her head
She doesn't bonk her own head.
sometimes.
In this one, she does not bonk her own head. She bonks their head. It's a very important distinction.
That is so good.
All
Anyway,
right.
so Mirin came out. She retains her 200 meter limit because she retains her samurai properties, and she starts off the battle with a Mekon Orange. So what happens with this Mekon Orange? First off, you only get Mekon Oranges back by CAing.
Oh, how are you gonna do that in water though? It's gonna be a tough
I
call.
don't know, man. It's kind of hard to build meter, I guess, somehow. Oh wait, skill 2 builds meter. That's amazing.
Really?
So when she uses
Explain.
building free meter and water, who knew? So clear the mind, clear the body. At level 75, it goes to 6 turns to 7 turns, and it gives 20% meter and 2 turn cuts to debuff durations. This is the same as Satyr.
Satyr. Did
And
Satyr use primal power to heal everybody with hers? I can't remember
I
anymore.
think it was to affect everybody. I
Is it
forget.
exactly the same? Is sort of my question here. Let's go take a look at Satyr again. Uh, it's Satyr, but with a longer cooldown and with meter. So there you go.
Yeah, and you spend Mekon in order to affect everybody to do that. It's
Hmm.
pretty cool. Second thing, her skill 1 also consumes the Mekon orange. So it's a 3-hit nuke that does like 160 per hit. That's before any caps and anything. And also gives stacking water defense down up to 40% water defense down. That's pretty cool. I
It's
like
not
that.
bad.
When it consumes all of her oranges, the number of activations increase up to a maximum of 4 activations. She can only hold 3 oranges, by the way, so that's the reason why it's up to 4.
Okay. So wait,
Uh,
activations meaning it goes 3 hits, 6 hits, 9 hits, 12 hits?
it's not very clear on the wiki because I don't
Okay.
have this character yet.
All right.
Yet is keyword. And so her third ability, Snow Crane Stance, it's a 12 turn cooldown, but it's a dodge all, substitute all, include all allies. And when she dodges, she sends out a nuke.
Gozaru.
Gozaru.
So what does the nuke do? DA down, TA down. Pretty solid.
Apparently, it's 100% DATA down.
It's very solid.
Super solid.
Uh, and then, so we've said all of these things are things that already exist with longer cooldowns. Why does she have long cooldowns, DJ?
All right, so when she counters, which her apparently this is going to be her ability. So when she counters, she reduces her cooldowns by a turn. And while she has the counter effect, so let me look up the list. Like counters on dodge, counters on damage, or
Tank encounter,
yeah,
yeah.
or both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tanking counter. Uh, she will guarantee triple attack. How about building meter? And her CA gives her counters on dodge twice, along with that orange.
So
So
I'm gonna see if I still
yeah,
have this thing in my inventory or if I relegated it. Let's go to Water SSR Spear. I do not have it on my person. All
all
right,
right. So the proving ground weapon.
yeah. Let's go back to that. Remember when we looked at this and went, "There's got to be something for this. There's nothing
Oh,
for it yet, but there's got to be something for it eventually." Like, there's no way that they just leave this alone.
and we found something for it.
We did it. We found it. Is this? No, that's. There's too many tridents.
Yeah, I'm trying to find
Vergilius.
it through the wiki.
Is it this one? It's this one. That's a bident. Oh,
Bident,
jeez,
yes.
took a while. But yeah, so it adds supplemental damage to water allies when they counter, and boosts their counter damage, and on your EA gives your team tank and counter. So if you desync Mirin and your MC, which isn't that hard when one
She
character
has
has
200.
200 meter,
Yeah,
this is not so bad.
I literally made a grid just for this. By the way,
Well, I look forward to seeing your results on it.
I'll let you know by the end of the year because that's when I'm gonna roll her.
Right. All right. So, anything else to say about Mirin?
Uh, she's fun. She
She looks
looks
really
fun.
fun. She
Can't
really
wait.
looks fun. And then I will address one thing. Hold on. So Fukuhara tweeted that one of the reasons that they designed Mirin the way they did was because of this ongoing gag slash criticism. They make fun of themselves for it. Let me go find it in Granblues. Let's go take a look for Fina. It'll be easier to look for Fina than for Dressing for the occasion. There it is. It's easier than looking for Clarice. So it's like, it's Christmas, everybody. Let's dress down. Let's get naked. Just these question marks. So Fukuhara specifically said that the reason they designed Mirin like that is to have somebody actually dressed for winter, in winter. Like, that criticism isn't quite the same for like Magisa, for example, or Narmea, because they're wearing, warm clothing. They're not actually showing that much skin compared to like Clarice and um Fina
Or fairy.
or Fairy or uh I'm sure we can think of at least one more. But then so you have Mirin's design here, and she's like in a big old warm winter coat. She's got like big flannel granny pants. Uh, for some reason, she's wearing socks that don't go all the way up to her pants, which is a really bad idea, Mirin. We never claimed that she was a smart girl.
Nope.
We've never claimed that she was a smart girl. And then people applied that and went, well, wait, what about Nemone then? Nemone's Nemone's like wearing less. It's like so
Nemone. Nah.
Nemone's Nemone, but two, this is my personal thing. Have you seen Hawaiian Santa before?
I have not actually.
In Honolulu every year they put up a statue of Santa Claus at City Hall. City Hall, and I'm gonna just put this image up. It's a very famous Santa. Like, if Cody's here, he'll vouch for this. Everybody who like grew up in Honolulu and remembers their Christmas knows this Santa. And so, I mean, this doesn't represent everything, of course, but Nemone is from a Polynesian background, and she's from the South. Look at their Santa. This is what their Santa looks like in Hawaii.
Okay, understandable now.
I'm just saying, it's not the most perfect representation, but if you're in the southern hemisphere, which the Polynesian influenced Kahua is definitely from, they call it the South Skies. That's what your Santa looks like. I have no such defense for any other previous Christmas characters. I'm not defending the way that Fina, Clarice, Maedera, etc. are designed. They're definitely leaned all the way into sexy Santa.
Don't worry, because Serial's about to drop the hottest mixtape.
Serral and Noish for Christmas are so funny. It's not because of the way they're clothed, it's the way they're posed.
Oh, good.
Alright,
So there was one more thing from this new banner. It's also Christmas Ariel.
the goodest of boys. Like, the goodest of boys are, let's see, included items, summons.
Christmas.
Scroll all the way down to, let's see, dark. Where's our goodest boy? Is he dark? There he is. Sariel Claus.
He gives the gift of debuffs.
He gives the gift of debuffs, and I personally think that Sariel Claus is both the goodest of boys and diligent enough that he will, in fact, find every ant and give each individual ant a present.
Yeah, I believe it.
So, all right. Continuing the trend of like the debuff summons, uh, when he goes to 4 stars, and he can go to 4 stars, much like other seasonal summons like Summer Rose Queen, I think is what it's officially called. Um,
Uh,
and like I believe Summer Satyr and Summer Macula Marius, they all go to 4 stars. In order to make you want to roll them. It's the way the business works. Uh, but did you see all of the things that he does when he's at
oh
4
yeah,
stars?
I have. So at base, he gives poison, burn, putrefy, and sleep. The white damage on both of all three of those is 20k.
Is it a local sleep?
local sleep.
Bless. I hate you. Bless.
Wow. At 3-star, it gets a stackable debuff resist down up to 30%.
So you're
But then,
meant to be trying to spam this summon. Okay, keep going.
and at 4-star, it also has a stackable attack defense down up to 30% each.
And so, have you ever seen those like videos of people doing solos and things like that where they just keep spamming Satyr?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. It's because it's a very consistent uh, damage reduction and damage increase by having just this summon that you keep spamming and it maintains your debuffs. Uh, in Satyr's particular case, she also raises your attack and defense. In Santa's case here, he makes your debuffs hit more often, which is really nice.
Thanks, Santa.
Thanks, Santa. And the other thing is that so the cooldown goes from 9 turns to 6 turns, which is coincidentally the same number that Satyr has at 4-star. And
Yeah, that's
uh, another summon who doesn't come up nearly as often as Satyr because the summon hasn't been around nearly as long. Hamsa also has an attack down, defense down debuff with a 6 turn cooldown, and his is a dispel. But still, like it's a very good pedigree and a very good things to compare Sariel to. But if I get Sariel, I'm probably not going to put Sunlight Stones into this. Uh, if I happen to get 4 of him, I will use him. But otherwise, I'll just put him on my home screen.
okay.
Wait, can you put him on your home screen? I hope you can.
Yes, you can. He has the display and host screen marker on him.
Hell yeah. What a good boy. What a good boy. We're 90 minutes in, DJ. Are you okay?
I'm more concerned for you, but
Don't worry. I have a boundless energy drink. Where did that go? Here it is. I have the power of handsome gorilla triple attack on my side. This
no, the
thing
event was last week.
thing expires in 2021 in April, so I still have 4 months to drink this thing. Good. All right. Drink it, coward. Okay, look. When it's like 5 a.m. on Saturday, next Saturday, I will drink this thing. But let's talk about why I'll be awake at 5 a.m. on Saturday.
Oh boy, what happens at 5 a.m. on Saturday?
Well, 5 a.m. on Sunday is when there's Granblue TV channel.
Huh.
5 a.m. on Saturday for us is what? That's satellite stage. That's toward the end of Granblue Fantasy Night Party.
We're like 9 p.m. our time, PST.
But yeah, so let's go to grandcipher.com. Let me switch views and things like that, and just cover all of my own news. Let's go ahead and look at my. Shame you guys can't go this year. Oh my, there's so much that I miss. All right, Granblue Fantasy Fest 2020 info is now live. So we've got ourselves a day one, which starts at. Okay, let's just go to fest.granbluefantasy.jp. The day one starts at 1300 JST, which for us is 8 p.m. And then the content that we can stream and translate, which doesn't get us in huge amounts of trouble, goes until 7:15 p.m. JST, which is for us 3:15? 3:15. No, 2:15. And then they do the night party, which is going to keep us up another 2.5 hours. And then they're also still going to be doing the satellite stage until 2 a.m. So our poor boy Kawahara Yoshihisa right here, by the way, our poor boy gets he gets so abused by Granblue Fantasy. They've thrown him out of a plane, DJ.
Well, I'll give him trivia.
What was that? While giving him trivia questions to answer. And now they're having him host a 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. show. I don't wish that on anybody. I do 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. a lot. I don't wish that on people. All right, um, so we have day one programming here. It's going to be we'll talk about the cast and stuff like that, but basically, the programming that we're interested in. So Koremado no Granblue Fantasy 2020. This is the year in review. This is a good way to just look back on the year and also pick KMR and Fukuhara's brains about why certain things happened the way they did behind the scenes. Um, there's the official cast stage is nice fluff. That's where they bring out the official cosplayers. It's a really fun show every time. That's going to be a nice break for me from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. our time. Here's the big stuff: Granblue TV Channel Fest Edition. So this is shenaniganery and then some light news and previews. It's a lot of shenaniganery. A lot of shenaniganery. It's Onoyuki, Kato Emery, Toyama Nao, Inoue Kazuhiko. So the voice of Siegfried, who had previously only appeared on TV channel, he's going to be there on there live. We got Inada Tetsu as Ladiva. Fukuyama Jun is there because he's coming to more and more of these things. Imai Asami, Shiraishi Minoru, Yonezawa Madoka, Eguchi Takuya, Osaka Ryota. So all four Dragon Knights will be on the same stage for the first time.
Nice.
In all four Dragon Knights actors will be on the same stage at the same time. You need to be accurate about that because the there's this thing the next day that anyway. Um, so that one's going to be 3 hours of shenanigans, trivia, giveaways, a little bit of news, and a lot more giveaways and shenanigans. And so that'll be stuff that we cover. Then there's the Granblue Night Party. So the Granblue Night Party has never been broadcast before, but but because of the needs of COVID-19, they're broadcasting it this year. We have to buy a ticket via E Plus, so you have to have a Japanese E Plus account, by the way, an English language E Plus account. An international one does not get to buy this because of broadcast rights.
Mm.
But the lineup they've had for it is insane. So, do you remember who was there for the night party last year? I don't think you can name them off, but do you remember just a few of them?
They had all four singers for
Uh,
Kimi no Boku.
Kimito Boku no Mirai, yeah. So,
They had
what?
Tachibana Rika show off the new song.
And the new costume, which we were like, yes,
I was dying that day.
yeah.
Secret guests were Sochi and Yul Seiyu.
So stop. I'm gonna stop you there. So we had Imai Asami as Vera. We had Shiriishi Ryoko as Sochie. We had Ueda Kana right there. Uh, where is it? We had Kato Emery for Magical Note. Fairy came out and did her like everybody from last year is here this year except for notably Tange Sakura for Cagliostro's song.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately we won't have her. We have almost everybody else who's ever done a Granblue Fantasy song. I made a graphic for it.
That
So
looks pretty good.
Granblue Fantasy has released 19 singles now. 15 of them will probably be performed here. So there's Kimito Boku no Mirai, which we saw last year, right?
I think that we see that every year, actually.
Yeah. The main thing was that it wasn't full cast until last year, I believe. They didn't
Correct. The year before, they had everybody actually sing that song, if I remember correctly.
So here's Fairy's song here. Yonezawa Madoka, she's there.
That one's always fun to watch.
That one's fun. R.I.P. Fujiwara Keiji. We will move on respectfully. This one's new. Takamori Natsumi and Seto Asami.
Yeah, that one, I'm like, oh, okay.
This one, like I'm firmly convinced that like no one but me remembers this song. Sora no Shizuku, I believe it's called.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yozora no
dun,
Shizuku.
dun, dun, dun,
So they're doing
dun,
that
dun,
one.
dun.
They're doing Never-Ending Fantasy probably because they have one member of out of five of the Shalotl girls.
The one from 81
What was that?
is?
What was that?
I said the one from 81 for Deuce.
Oh, yes, I believe so. Right, the one who's from the same agency as Takagi Miyu and Kato Emery.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right. We have Magical Note again. That's gonna be fun. That's Toyama now and Kato Emery. Kato Emery has to sing live in character. That's always tough for her, but she's a gamer.
she does it anyways.
She also tries very hard. Anyway, so we don't get Cagliostro this year. We don't have the Dragon Knight singing live this year. We do have. Wait, do we have Onoyuki? Yeah, we do have Onoyuki, but he's there as Gran, basically, which means they're gonna be doing Over the Sky because there's Jita again. We have all three Loane Bros.
I like that. I
That
like that.
that one's gonna have such a heated reaction on the internet. You either hate them or you love them.
Do, 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 do.
You have You Will Associate again. You have Mary Love, the Christmas song, which I personally may step away from the computer for and get a drink.
Wait, they don't have all the singers for that though,
Yes, they do.
do they?
They have Inada Tetsu. He's up here. They have um, there's Hirohashi. Let's see, where did she go? There she is. There's Sen. Wait, they don't have. You're
They
right.
don't
They're
have
missing one.
Sakurayane.
They don't have Sakura Ayane for Clarice. However, there's no other song that Sen can sing. Arguably, she can't sing this one
Sing
either.
this one either.
But don't worry, I love you, Ladiva. We're good. There's Over the
Diva
Sky.
carries that song. Let's be honest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Here's Mal, who can sing Narmea's song.
Wait, I thought Mom was not in the list.
She's in the list for the night party. She's right there.
What? Oh my god. This is wild to me.
So she'll be singing live on stage. This is not the first time she's done this for Psy Games, but she won't be in a Pecorine costume for this one.
Oh yeah, because it was during Side Games Fest last year, 2 years
Two
ago.
years ago. We've got Ema Asami. She was already there for Kimito Boku no Mirai, but she'll be there for Another Sky. We have Hiro no Aya live, so not as a 3D Beatrix necessarily. Like Hiro no Aya herself is there.
Here. I'm excited for that actually.
And we have Taniyama Kisho, who I believe Onoyuki will have to be restrained from like going on stage and licking him. He's a big fan.
He's a big Alidos fan too.
But like this night party ticket is wild, especially since we haven't even mentioned one of the greatest legends of anime music history, the singer of like Mazinger Z and a bunch of other like superhero themes, Mizuki Ichiro, who sang the Robomi theme. This is a crazy lineup. If you possibly can, buy this ticket. If you possibly can. I'm finding ways to buy this ticket, but it's crazy, crazy good.
I bought my ticket. Yeah. I found my account for JP.
All right, so that's day one. After that, they go into the satellite stage. They have Kawahara there. They have Tachibana Rika there because they did so well on the satellite stage last year, especially the part where like Tachibana Rika was practically trying to lick the screen when Sandalphon was on there.
Also, don't forget, they also did pretty well during April Fools.
I loved that one too. You're right. Uh, this is the weird one to me. Inuyama Inuko, the voice of Melinda slash Beth. But the people that they get for the satellite stage are really cool to hang out with. We got our boy Dante, Hoshino Takanori, who is like, he's the one who carries Kawahara through like Lucilius raids and things like that. So he's gonna be fun to talk to. Um, let's see here. So the next day at 2 p.m., so 9 p.m. our time, 9 p.m. Saturday for us in the Pacific time zone. Stella Magna. So Stella Magna's vocalists are Endo Fubito, so we're gonna get the ultimate again, very likely. They're bringing Chico from Ace and Stevie from 44 Magnum, who are the vocalists for Order of the New World. So we get to hear that again. Last year we heard the Colossus theme for Stevie.
Oh yeah, the one for Granblue Versus.
Yes. We were just like, what is he saying? And
what
then,
song is this?
song is
They said it was Colossus. Like,
Uh,
this is not like Colossus.
we got Kobayashi Taro this year, so Parade's Lust, Paradise Lost, Dominion Black Dragon, a whole lot of things. So this is gonna be a 70-minute set. That's cool. I love Stella Magna music.
Do you think they're gonna put Ono Yu on the stage somewhere?
He might be a surprise guest for doing uh
Cloudy World
Cloudy
Sky or Cloudy
Cloudy
World?
World.
I forget.
Yeah,
Okay.
from the Stella Magna studio album. Uh, the Granblue Q&A is going to be fun because our boy Nakamura Yuichi is going to be there putting the pins uh, on Fukuhara. Kato Emery also is very good at like asking very like player friendly questions like, hey, so Astras, how about these Astras? uh After that we have 80 minutes of the special character concert. So they've had so many character concerts, but um we'll see how many of them are repeats of the previous day's night party
I'm just
or
gonna be
repeats from
sad.
previous.
I'm gonna be sad though that we're not gonna get that live audience reaction when they bring out the mic to somebody.
And when that woman asks Vera to marry her, like, please, could you come to my home, visit my hometown, and marry me?
Yeah, I miss that. I'm gonna miss that.
Or when Vane, voiced by Eguchi Takia backstage, said someone's name and she just like screamed her lungs out. I was like, me too, me too. Oh man, yeah, the Disneyland live animation technology is really cool for those. Uh, then we get the big one, the big one,
A
the
3 hour
Christmas,
block
the 3 hour block of the Christmas broadcast. So that's where we're gonna get like the biggest news, uh,
and more games.
and more games and shenanigans. So we have for that one, we got along with the three normal hosts of Ono Yuki, Kato Emery, Toyama Now, we got Urakana, we got Kawahara, we got our boy Nakamura Yuichi there to be grumpy and be ready for to ask pointed questions on behalf of the player. Shiraishi Ryoko is there, not Shiraishi Minoru, who's the previous day's Shiraishi. So we've got a one Shiraishi limit on stage. Um, we got our boy Dante there, Tachibana Rika, Osaka Ryota, Mao, and then KMR and Fukuhara. Like this is where we. So last year, if I remember right, the Granblue Versus stuff was on on the TV channel. Relink stuff was on Christmas, where they showed that stuff off. My memory might be failing me, but expect the biggest news there. The biggest. And then the last one, the special show, they're gonna kick it. They're gonna end it with a live stage show featuring the official cast, and then we stick around after that because they usually put a trailer for the next event or the anniversary event after that.
Oh man, Dom, remember when they had that playing on that translucent screen at the
Yes,
end? That was so
yes,
cool.
that was awesome. And so uh, I'll be here for everything but the night party streaming and translating along with Pocky. Pocky has cleared it with his wife and his son. His son is happy because that means it's hot dogs and pizza weekend all weekend.
Yeah.
And you'll probably be here with me just because you're interested in watching all of this stuff, and you also own a ticket to Granblue Night Party, so you better use it.
Yeah, I really enjoy Night Party.
Night Party's so good.
No,
Like,
no free telepathy this year though.
no free telepathy. It's true. Uh, okay, okay. So the that's the actual scheduled stuff. Let's go.
You're gonna have a lot to do next week.
Yes, I always do. It's just that the sad thing is that I'm sitting in my own chair rather than being in Japan for this stuff.
I'll call one of your housemates to check up on you.
All right, so that's the boring stuff, quote unquote. Here's the fun stuff. So here's the stuff that you can buy in the store that you would have been able to buy if there was a live Granblue Fantasy Fest, but now we have to rely on the online store. So the Easy Eternal set comes with the pamphlet. It's the code. It gives you the usual like 50 silver fragments. Um, the not the silver fragments, the weapon fragments. It gives you the job, the class distinctions, um, the relics, the proper relics, the silver relic, the various rusted weapons that have been upgraded, blah blah blah. All of these things to give you an Eternal at 5 stars, along with earrings. I'm going to be giving this code away. I don't need to uncap the Eternals to 5 stars anymore. Um, unless we need this stuff to 6 star them. So let's. I'm gonna give myself a way out there, a little escape latch. Here's the Granblue Fantasy Fest T-shirt. That one is just all of the new art, including our boy Mammoth in the center there.
Last year we
These
didn't have we last year we didn't have a summon in there. The year before we had Gorilla.
Gorilla. Um, all right, so here we go. We've got watches, one theme for Lyria, one theme for Bahamut. We've got
I kind
these.
of want the Lyria one.
The Lyria watch looks neat. I just don't wear watches. I shouldn't wear watches because I will forget them, and these are very expensive things to leave behind and forget. So that's why I don't do watches. We've got plush charms that represent each Dragon Knight. So here's Lancelot, Vayne, Siegfried, Percival. These ones are cool. I think I'm getting these. The speaker tumblers, so Helel Ben Sahar and Helel Ben Shalem. Uh, then there we got Zeta and Beatrix on this one. It just lists their stats on here, by the way, and their cooldowns on their abilities. It's pretty hilarious to me. We've got the home fragrance sets based around Sandalphon, Lucifer, and Lucilius. Whoever is buying from the Psy store during this, if you are not buying a Monocar, I will buy the Monocar that you are not buying for your allotment. Because I need this. I need all of them. I need all of the Monocars and all of the Chonky Colos because we have a Naughty Zilla plush, we have a Bloody Blood Stab Man, and we have the Monocar. And if you push on the Monocar, it plays the Monocar song at you.
That's so good. That's so good. When I saw that note, I'm like, oh my god.
It sings the Monocar song. So if anybody out there is doing an order and they don't want the Monocar because you are a cold-hearted human being, I would like to buy. I will pay you for the Monocar itself, the shipping to wherever you are, and then the shipping to me. Because I want at least a horse race of Monocars, and that's 8. Or 10 or something. Anyway, music boxes. The music boxes play the Auguste theme, Karo's song. So if you zoom in on this, it's actually the lyrics of Karo's song here. Simply journeying to wherever your heart leads you. If I could have but one wish, that's what it would be. And then the Dragon Knight song. So I would probably pick up the Karo's one out of this one. What about you?
It was gonna be Karos for me.
Yeah, because that one is the one that also like is the slowest tempo to begin with. Here's a stand-up Vern calendar. Eh. Lyria teaspoons.
I mean, they look cool.
That's honestly tempting. I could use some teaspoons. So you already have the Eternals parka, don't you?
I do.
How is it?
I like it. It's really big, actually.
Because I might want to pick up this Evoker's parka. Someone asks, like, Eternals parka one? It's like, Eternals parka was 2019. I might pick this one up. Here's the
Yeah.
Devil and the Tower's Idians as necklaces. You saw me picking up the Death one last year. Did you pick up one of the ones last year, or no?
Nope, I just picked one up for you.
Okay. Would you rep the Devil as jewelry, or no?
Well,
Because that's your
the
girl.
thing is, the problem with the audience is that it looks like it can spin but doesn't.
And it also would hurt to wear. So these are for display, basically.
Yeah.
But I might pick up the Devil. But the other one is the Tower. But the Devil, I just love this design. Next up, we have eyeshadow themed around the type of characters for people who wear eyeshadow. So it's the Black Dragon Knights, the old Dragon Knights that like Siegfried, Lancelot, and Percival were part of. We've got the Primarchs, the Fallen Angels, and the Eternals as the eyeshadow colors. It's cheap. It's not for me, but I appreciate its existence. Now here's the other stuff that they're like, and more. So the and more is
I kind of want this grilled cheesemaker, man.
the grilled cheesemaker that makes Lachibi, Sandalphon, and Lucifer. It was people pointed out to me that in the Granblue Fantasy Extra Fest art, This is the latte art version of Lucifer. And then
This is also not like the angry Xenophon from the toast.
mhm. This grilled cheese pan. um,
I'm gonna buy it.
yeah,
You can't stop me.
I'm not going to. Here's a coffee set for Sandalphon here. So this one's interesting to me. It looks like chess themed nail polish in the colors of Beelzebub and
Lucilius.
Sariel and well, yeah, Lucilius, Beelzebub, and Belial, because they're the ones that we see playing chess in What Makes the Sky Blue, and then a wine glass based around that looks like the Primarch symbol again with the 6 wings, the Supreme Primarch wine glass. Oh wait, or it could be the other person we know who drinks wine in Granblue Fantasy is Lucio, so it could also be Lucio's wings there.
Could be.
This merchandise is gonna be wild. It's all wild. It's so powerful.
I just wonder when Mind Sting can get shipped to me.
This weekend of stuff is going to be so powerful, and I really wish that we could have had it in person, but that requires a lot more control over the coronavirus, so unfortunate.
I wonder what TSA would have thought of me bringing a frying pan back.
What's that? It's a grilled cheese maker. I mean, I've brought kitchen appliances home from Japan before.
Oh, okay.
You report it as a kitchen appliance. But yeah, um, I can't wait. I just freaking can't wait.
So, just next week.
Oh my god. I actually, you know what? I lied. I can wait. I can wait, and I'm scared. It's a lot of work. Oh well.
Just remember, stay hydrated, folks.
Yeah, energy
It's gonna
drinks
be a
don't count as
long,
hydration.
long time.
Those are the things that I have to warn myself about. All right. Anyway, so that's our 2 hours of uh, Granblue Radio for this week. This was not a short episode, everybody, but we have a couple of not short episodes coming up as well, because next week we'll be in the middle of Kimetsu no Yaiba. We'll also know more about Granblue Fantasy Fest, and we'll be setting up for that. But next week is Kimetsu no Yaiba, so
I can't wait for Gurenge to play.
that's wild. Like, they revealed some stuff about the event, but not anything new enough that I would be able to show it here on Granblue Radio. It's all the art that's on Twitter already. But by then we'll know who's playable other than Rengoku, and maybe it's all three of the of Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke as a single unit. We'll know who the summon is and if it's Nezuko or not. We'll know who the other characters who show up are, and we'll be able to talk about it and gush. That one might actually be a short episode, though, DJ. It might.
I mean, we're gonna need some energy for the next day.
Yeah, you're
Anyways.
right. So, anyways, I've kept you too long. Let's hop off. Let's get our energy ready for next week, because it's going to be Granblue Radio on Thursday the 10th. Granblue Fest for us starting on Friday the 4th, going into Saturday the 5th. Then we fall asleep for a few hours. Then Saturday, it goes straight from Granblue Fest into Granblue TV channel. The Granblue TV channel is my concern and not yours, so whatever, you'll fall asleep at that point. Then again, you stayed up for another one the previous time. But then again, we were playing Apex.
The one where they threw Fukujun off of a bridge.
Yes. No code this week. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna give away 2 codes next week instead. Sorry for the lack of giveaway. I need to regather up all of my stuff, but also this has been 2 hours and I need a break. We'll do this next week once during radio. I'll try and give away another code after everyone's done with TV channel stuff. But see you guys next week. This has been a 2 hour